rules.
I think I know the rules. I think we're live. I'm just going to check my audio is pulled up and running, so we don't have any issues.
Please.
Okay, I've got to wait for a 30-second advert, but hopefully we are live.
Oh, wait,
hello,
let me
everyone.
check.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the GT Sport League. We're here for Division 1, Round 8 at Interlagos for the second sprint race of the season. And the grid is set, reverse championship order. I've got 10 seconds left of this advert before I can see if the audio is working.
It works. I just
It's
checked.
working. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to give Dutchy the good old ready. He is the hosting the lobby for tonight because he's got the best internet out of all the people I know in this lobby. We're ready to get the sprint race underway here. We've got a 20-minute race here at Interlagos. The drivers have to choose between the mediums or the soft tyres for this one, and then a 25-lapped feature race that will ensue afterwards.
9,
so here we go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I was just going to say, do you know the numbers before 6?
No.
But before we get this race underway, but some track facts for you tonight. 15 corners, 2.68 miles long. The longest straight is 0.4 miles, and I believe that is the final. The long straight, I think it counts as one whole straight from turn 13, and only 141.1 foot elevation change. But there's the starting grid. It's a reverse championship order from the championship standings. We've got Dan in to replace Manuel. We've got Holland in to replace Thunder. We have 5 red lights here at Interlagos.
It's so loud.
And it's lights out, and away we go for the 20-minute sprint race here at Interlagos. Websons leads the way, but has Holland up his inside. Going to try and get some good points for Thunder today. Websons is going to try and hold it around the outside into turn 1. Aston moving his way into third place. Wiggly on the inside of Rick Holt, and Bonnie there on the outside as well, which will become the inside line for turn 3 before the massive long back straight, you could say. Rick Holt putting alongside. Then Hussein going side by side for 11th place at the minute. It's a reverse championship
grid. It's going to go 3 wide somewhere. I see it. It's Dan trying to go around the outside. Never mind.
As Dan's gone wide, that's going to allow really Wiggly and Bonnie to go down the inside. Tim's going to follow him through. Rick Holt's kind of being boxed in here. They're 3 wide between Piero and Dan, who's just losing so much time through the momentum down at turn 4 and 5. But Bonnie's going to try to work something to the outside of Tim, which becomes the inside line on Wiggly Star. Moves his way up into 4th place. Here goes Aston looking
Tim down the inside
on Holland. Tim on the outside. Wiggly's been forced to the outside. Piero up into 6th place. Pin up into 6th.
Rick Holt sends a sneaky one down the inside of Wiggly.
As a Tiger to the inside of Dutchy, the battle for 11th place. I'm not getting the best of camera angles here for any of this. But someone's made contact. That's Dan because they're 4 wide between Dutchy, Finn, Manuel and Wiggly. Dutchy around the outside up into 8th place. Toussaint on the inside, Wiggly style as well. Finn on the outside of Toussaint. Tiger on the outside of Wiggly style. Dan's dropped to the back of the grid after the earlier mistake. But overall, that's been actually such a clean and chaotic lap 1. I've got absolutely no idea what's going on. We just had the camera angles zoomed in on one person. But here goes Hodder now trying to slipstream himself up into the lead of the race. But after lap 1, Websons is going to lead a race, but it's only for qualifying essentially. Here goes Holland now, going to try to work something to the inside in towards turn 1 in a beautiful Ferrari livery, gets the job done. Tim having to defend from Bonnie behind. Dan Schneider looking for a move on play Dutchy for 9th place. Toussaint down the inside of Finn. Tiger's going to try and make it 3 wide there. He's going to do the switchback move on his teammate. They're going to go wheel to wheel like Hamilton, Rosberg, and Verstappen did back in 2016, except we're in a beautiful sunset conditions here at Interlagos.
Down the inside. He has to sense one down. Oh no, I didn't make it up.
Toussaint to the inside of Finn down at turn 4. Dan's got a 1-second penalty. Can Toussaint make this work though? He does. Down the inside, that's going to allow his teammate Tiger Assassin to try and follow through here. The battle for 10th place, but it's all for qualifying for the main feature race that will ensue after. They've got their move done. Finn's going to try and keep it to the inside, but he's not quite close enough to maintain the move. Looking back up on top, Websons has got the position back on Holland, who I think has had about an hour's worth of track practice maybe. Here goes Tim down the inside of Aston, who's going to maybe try and go down the inside of Holland as well if he's got the momentum. Let's have a look. He seems confident on the brakes here, Tim. I haven't checked to see what tyres everyone's on. Bonnie's now trying to put Aston under pressure. They're going to go wheel to wheel, the battle for 4th place. Bonnie gets the move done up into 4th place. Can Aston try and fight this one back though to the inside? Not quite. Actually, he's going to poke a bumper in there, but he wasn't close enough to get the move done.
Yeah. And everyone can maintain here through these final few corners, and they still go through this final corner in a straight line train. And the mini orbits move into turn 1. And I don't know, it's Aston and Piero going wheel to wheel.
Aston Piero going wheel to wheel down the back straight. They've got Dutchy and Rick Holt going side by side behind. It's 2x2 going into turn 1. Piero, can he get the move done down the inside? We're getting such an awful camera angle. But it looks like Piero's got the move done. Dutchy getting the move done, and Rick Holt as well. Looking towards the back of the grid. Wiggly and Dan are going side by side for 13th place. Wiggly is able to maintain 3rd place there. But we've got a battle for the lead happening here. Here goes Holland, on Websons. Can he get the move done to the inside? Tim might try something around the outside of turn 4. Couldn't quite put anything off there. But they're just going to leave themselves vulnerable in the run up towards turn 6. A long swooping right-hander riding on board with Tim. You've got a good angle. Holland trying to position himself for a move. Websons runs a little bit wide. That's going to allow Holland just to maybe sneak up the inside. Websons, though, defending the inside line. Not much, so a little bit late on the brakes. Holland now going to try and work something around the outside. Dutchy now putting Aston under pressure in the background, so's Bonnie on Tim. Holland's onto the grass. Here goes Holland now trying to work something around the outside in towards the final sector. And such an awkward but epic camera angle at the same time. Aston to the inside of Dutchy, couldn't quite make the move stick there. Holland now having to try and work something around the outside of Bonnie into the long swooping left-hander. Bonnie gets the move done up into the podium positions. But yeah, again, it's only qualifying.
Yeah, Holland getting pushed onto the grass there and dropping 3 positions.
Here we go then, the gap. Less than a tenth out in front between Atim and Webson. Surely he's going to challenge something going into the turn 1. He's already pulled over to the inside. Going down the start-finish straight. They're going to cross the start-finish line to start lap 4. Bonnie might try and make this 3 wide into turn 1, but Tim, late on the brakes, is going to try something down the inside. Webson's, though, late on the brakes to the outside. What can Tim do in towards turn 2 into 3? He's got the move done up into the lead of the sprint qualifying. But Bonnie,
I think it's Rick Holt and Dan Schneider, 2 Dutch fighting for this position here. We see he's done a send one in here. He does tries to go down inside. Rick Holt breaks later, and now Time is looking. I think it's 2 Saint looking at the back of them. It's going to be a 4-way battle for this position now.
Yeah, it's action happening everywhere. It's 2x2 in the run up towards turn 6. Webson's on the inside of Bonnie. Holland on the inside of Piero. Who's going to be able to make these moves stick? Bonnie's going to try and hold it around the outside. Has the grip to do so. Let's see what Holland can do. Dutchy's going to try and send one there 3 wide going in towards turn 7. Piero, I think, is ghosting due to serving a penalty. Can Holland work something down the inside of his fellow Dutch driver? Holland and Dutchy. It's 2 Dutch names, 2 Dutch drivers. Piero now down the inside of Holland, Finn down the inside of Rick Holt as well. Those 2 have seemed to drop Wiggly and Dan for 13th and 14th. Dutchy, though, we see in Fuji, he's up into 4th place already.
Yeah, and he's good at making these type of comebacks, always making his moves at the right time and the right place.
Towards the back, Tiger and
T6, P8 and 9. This isn't looking good for constructors. Bonnie's in P2 now as well.
Yeah, it's been a good job for Team Dutchy and Team Bonnie. Tiger and 2 Saint were going wheel to wheel before they decided to back off going on to the move. Tim's pulled out a 6/10 advantage, and with the slipstream being reduced, that could be important. Oh, it's getting close up in front. Tiger sending one on Aston. There might have been contact there. Dan on 2 Saint as well. They're all getting caught up with each other going down the Senna S's. Here goes 2 Saint now, trying to look for a move on Aston. He's so close behind. Someone's close. Rick Holt's close behind Finn as well, so we could be seeing a possible move there. Finn defends the inside line. Can Rick Holt work something round the outside of the McGann? He's going to try something. 2 Saint and Aston going wheel to wheel as well, just in front. Dan Schneider getting involved as well. Aston picks up a 5/10 penalty.
Wheel to wheel. Is Bonnie going to send one there? Yeah, he does. Down the inside, Bonnie goes. Can Webson's hold it around the outside? No, he doesn't. Now Dutch is going to look on Webson's. Not quite.
Great pace from Webson's, though, in the first 8 minutes of this race. Aston trying to work something around the outside of Dan Schneider. I think that's Dan Schneider actually trying to go for a move down the inside. Will become the outside line. There's Holland and Tiger going wheel to wheel. The battle for 6th place just in front. Can Tiger hold it round the outside? Holland's going to have the inside line for effectively the final corner. But he's not close enough to try anything there. What about Aston on Dan Schneider? Dan's got the position for now. Holland and Toussaint going wheel to wheel. Holland, I think, had a bad exit through the final corner. That's allowed Toussaint to get a good slingshot. Bump draft his teammate to try and catch up to Piero, who's already 2.1 seconds ahead of these guys.
Yeah, and positions stayed pretty much the same, but still 11 minutes left, and that's like, what, 6 laps? No, 4 laps? Oh, it's Aston and Dan Snyder going wheel to wheel now. Now Finn's going to look on this, and it's going to go too wide. No, not too wide, it's just... They're just going wheel to wheel.
Side by side. Aston and Finn going wheel to wheel, just having a look up in front, because I think Bonnie's trying to defend. I think this is from Webson's. So Webson's actually showing really good pace in the early phase of this race. I'm going to go back to this battle between Aston and Finn. There's a little bit of contact between the two. Can Aston try and hold this one round the outside? Rick Holt's going to try and follow him through. The straight line speed of the Renault Megane is not as much as the Ferrari, it seems, in this race. Rick Holt to the inside of Finn might try and get Aston as well, but he's not quite close enough to go for a move there. Webson's though still running P4, but Dutchy up into second place. How does he do it? But this is only qualifying. This is the new sprint race format, qualifying for the 25 lap race that will follow on after. Tim is currently on effectively one pole position by 2.2 seconds. Head of play Dutchy and Bonnie bringing out your top 3 so far. Webson's picking up a penalty that could be costly with only 10 minutes left to go. There you go, Piero could be making moves on Webson's here. The battle for 4th place for the grid. Webson's defends the inside line. Can Piero try and work something around the outside? 2 teammates in the league, you can see, running identical liveries. Piero's going to try and set himself up for a move in towards turn 4. Use the slipstream down the straight to try and excel himself up into the top 4. Here he goes, Piero to the inside. Can he be late on the brakes on his teammate? He's going to definitely go for it. To the inside, he's gone a little bit deep. Webson's going to try a switchback move. Yeah, there we go.
No team orders, that's what we like.
No team orders indeed as they work their way up the hill. Bonnie picks up a 1.8 second penalty, but Piero to the inside of Webson's, who I think has gone a little bit wide there. I thought he went off the track.
Tiger's going to send one.
Almost back into the shot though. Is Tiger going to send one? No, he's not quite close enough.
Webson gone a bit too wide there.
With 8 minutes left to go, I'm just going to have a quick look at the tyres so we can see who's going to start the race and what tyre. So Tim on mediums, Dutch on mediums, Bonnie on mediums, Pierre on mediums, Webson's is actually on soft tyres, Tiger on mediums, Holland Toussaint on mediums. Is everyone on mediums? Everyone but Aston and Webson's appear to be on the medium compound tyres.
So they will start that race, the next race on those tyres?
Exactly right.
This will be interesting then.
But Webson's is definitely going to be vulnerable to the 2 BCMR drivers in pursuit. With 8 minutes left to go, I'd say maybe a few, I don't know, 5 more laps to go.
Yeah.
Webson's is late on the brakes and he's gone onto the grass, and that's going to cost him a few positions, more than a few. He's down into 8th place now. Really unfortunate for him. He's now under pressure from Dan Schneider, who gets a little bit out of shape through turn 2, but just dipped a wheel onto the grass on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And that cost him all the speed, all the momentum, just got his car out of shape.
He's doing really well.
And he's now down to 8th place, and I thought Tiger was going to try and send one there on Piero.
Finn's lacking a lot of pace.
Here goes Tiger to the inside of Piero, the battle for 4th place. Piero's going to have the inside line for the fast swooping right-hander. Can he get the move done? He's got it done round the outside. Moves his way up into 4th place. Pierre's now going to be under pressure from Toussaint behind. Is he going to send one? He sends one into turn 7. Almost hits his teammate.
Yeah, almost.
Flashbacks to Suzuka a few weeks ago.
Italy. Monza.
But they get the move down and promote themselves up into 4th and 5th place respectively. Tim's lead down in front though has come down to 1.1 seconds here. 7 minutes left to go. Dutchy set the fastest lap of the race. It won't account to anything as it's disqualifying.
He's cut that gap from 2 tenths now.
But yeah, like you were saying earlier on, Finn might be I think Finn could be struggling with the car choice for this one. There's obviously the long straight between turn 13 and turn 1. Turn 3 and turn 4 as well.
It's losing in the slipstream. But not as much compared to now.
He's only gaining about a hundredth a second.
Yeah.
And we know the Renault Megane is
Bonnie picks up a 1.7 second penalty.
Medium speed corners. Bonnie with the 1.7 second penalty.
So Bonnie picks up a 1.7 second penalty, and see if he drops back in further while trying to serve.
You know, with the penalties, if Doug doesn't get served, even if it goes down to 1.001 seconds, it will automatically round up to a 2 seconds time penalty, which will drop him.
You don't want to be doing that because
that's going to drop him down to possibly 6th or 5th place here, depending on whether Tiger and Toussaint catch up or whether or not he serves that penalty. The gap out front, 1 second, not quite in the slipstream range yet. Toussaint going to maybe look for it on his teammate here, trying to get further up the grid after missing last week's race in Austria.
Yeah, and I think he did pick up another.
I think it's maintained at 1.7 here, but that gap is coming down behind, and you can just see that train from 3rd to 10th, all in one camera shot at one corner. You can see it on the map as well. So Bonnie either needs to serve that penalty or pick up the pace, otherwise he's going to be starting down. Possibly 6th place, but Pierre is dropping off the back of Toussaint a little bit here.
Toussaint really tucked in behind Tiger now. Is he going to make a move or give him a bit of a boost to attack Bonnie?
Well, I know which one I think is going to happen. In my opinion, is what's happening here, riding on board with the beautiful Ferrari beautiful Ferrari car.
Please,
Bump drafting down the straight, looking at the battle for 9th place though, between Webson, Dan Schneider and Finn. Webson's going to try and send one to the inside. We've gone a little bit too deep. Dan Schneider's going to get the switchback move, beautifully executed. That's going to leave Webson's vulnerable to Finn, who's going down the inside and towards turn 3. Gets the move done up into 9th place. So Webson's gone from attacking to defending and ended up losing a position in all of that. From 9th place to 10th. Beautiful switchback moves from Dan and Finn.
Yeah. To
get themselves further up the grid for quali. Dutchy though, putting Tim under pressure here significantly. 2/10 is now the gap out in front.
1/10? I think Tim made a mistake because that gap dropped at least a second. Just like a few corners.
4 minutes to go. That's 3 laps left of this race, but from where they are on the track, it could only be 2. It's definitely going to be close between who makes it and who doesn't. Bonnie has now been caught, and Tim has been caught by Dutchy, who's going down the inside. Sorry, Tim with a switchback move. Can he pull it off? Dutchy's just got the traction on exit and gets the move done up into pole position.
Yeah. What comeback from Dutchy, disqualified.
Oh, Dutchy's gone a little bit wide. It looked like he was going off the track there. He was able to hold it. Here we go, the Finnish driver getting on the Dutch driver, 2 Ferrari 458, battling on the track. Can Tim get the move done towards turn 1? Dutchy defends the inside line. Tim pulls over to the right hand side of your screen for the outside. Who's going to be latest on the brakes? It looks like Dutchy was just later than Tim there, going in towards turn 1. Tim though is going to try and set himself up for a good move, a good run, good slipstream in towards turn 4. He needs to get that gap down. He's got the beautiful exit. The gap is coming down at a rapid rate of knots here. This is all for pole position with 3 minutes left on the clock. That is 2 laps from now. Can he make it work to the outside? Dutchy's giving him just enough room. Can he hold it? It's going to be close.
Tim really needs to get you the rear.
Dutchy maintains the lead for this qualifying session. And looking behind, Bonnie is under so much pressure really with 2.7 second time penalty. Finn looking for a move.
To at least P7.
Dan Schneider defending the inside line to Finn behind. Finn gets a switchback move though, the battle for 8th place.
Bonnie just cut the corner more. I think he will pick up another. I don't know how the track limits are like.
Finn gets the move. Really Bonnie's off. And that's Finn up into 8th place. Bonnie's off the track with a quite significant number of time penalties.
Positions and he has to serve a penalty. This is going to drop him even more.
Exactly, it's well the gaps. Well, he's going to get a 2 second time penalty. It's going to be close whether he keeps 7th place even. Holland's gaining as well. Someone who's trying to gain is Mr. Attengren for the lead of the sprint race, which will give him pole position.
Tiger, do you think oh no man, they were most wheels, just a couple of
He's just not gaining. He's gaining in this race,
maybe
but it's not enough.
Team orders it, because do you say he was, I don't know, just 2 seconds faster? That's probably just because of the slipstream.
Could be. Let me know what you guys think as well in the chat, or if drivers are well. Aston's into the pits. Interesting. Oh. That could be for a set of medium tyres.
Maybe he doesn't want to start the race on the softs. Can he do that?
Yeah. So the rules that we're running with is it's whatever tyre you finish the sprint race on.
Finish, so not start.
So I mean, it
start the mediums.
Yeah, it doesn't really make much of a difference as Finn is disconnected.
Oh, great.
And
so
we'll be starting from the back of the grid.
So Aston's will become P13 on mediums. Oh, Dutchy, Tim going wheel to wheel. I don't know, I think Tim tried to go for a move, but didn't quite stick.
Yeah, so with the qualifying rules for the grid, Dutchy can just set it for based on previous race results, and Finn will be automatically placed to the back of the grid. But Tim is putting Dutchy under a significant amount of pressure here on this penultimate lap. Not everyone's going to make it to the line though. It's going to be close to see. I think the cutoff point is probably Webson's. Maybe not even Webson's. It's going to be close between the people in 6th place to see who makes it to the line. There's that same thing happen in Fuji, and it's going to happen here in Interlagos. Dutchy and Tim will have one last go at it to start the quality. But is Tiger going to make it? Tiger doesn't make it. No, he just does make it.
Oh no, he does.
Isn't going to make it. Who's going to get 7th place though? It's going to be where does Bonnie drops down to 8th place.
Yeah. Wow. And if that was me in Tiger's seat, I would probably let go of the throttle and think the race was over. That's what happened to me.
There is your starting grid from 5th place down, but we're going to keep all eyes on this battle for pole position here between Dutchy and Tim, 2 drivers who could possibly fight for the win of this race and possibly even the championship. It's not over yet, despite Dutchy winning 6 of the last 7 races, but this is all for pole position. And the gap behind between Tiger and Hussein is for 3rd place. But maybe pole isn't the best place to start from, given the run down towards turn 4. Tim's definitely going to try something. He might want that pole start to his name. Keeping an eye on the leaderboard as well to the gap to the drivers behind to see if Hussein makes a move on his teammate. We could get a photo finish here for pole position. The gap is under 3/10. You kind of want it to be around 2/10, if not under 2/10, around this corner here, for any chance of pulling alongside. A good exit as well would definitely help. Let's have a look at the delta. It's gone up to 4/10. It's going up. I don't think Tim's got what it takes to get pole position here. But who's going to take 3rd place? That's going to be something else to watch. But going round the final few corners, I think it's clear and safe to say that it's going to be Play Dutchy who takes pole position here at Interlagos. Tim, though, will take P2. It is another last to first. But who's going to get 3rd place? It's going to be Hussein with a photo finish up into 3rd place.
300!
But there's your starting grid. Dutchy in pole position, followed by Tim, who is going to join him on the front row. Up 13 positions. How does Dutchy do it in 20 minutes?
Just really good timing.
We're going to have to make him use the hard compound tyres.
Dutchy P1 on the Puli route. No, I'm joking.
Anyway, Dutchy's going to set the grid, change the settings back to usual. Hopefully no one leaves, and then we can get started as quickly as possible. Actually, I'm going to just save the replay as well, just in case. And here are your race results. So here is your qualifying grid. Dutchy on pole, followed by Tim in 2nd, Hussein in 3rd, Tiger in 4th, Piero in 5th, Holland in 6th, Dan Schneider in 7th, Bonnie in 8th, Webson's in 9th, Wiggly Style in 10th, Rick Holt in 11th, the Scout Dan in 12th, Aston in 13th, and if Finn joins back, then he will be at the back of the grid. Remember, Aston can start on whatever tyres he went on during that pit stop. Cryptic, if you could be so kind as to say yes to Aston in the chat.
Yes.
Not on stream. Okay, never mind.
ESR2 send. Oh, send.
So hopefully Dutchy can set the grid up. Look at that, the top 9 were all in Ferraris. Wrigley carrying the Honda team. Was Wrigley in a Honda last week? Why does that stand out?
Yeah, he was. I think he's the only one in the Honda.
Oh. I remember we had Lamborghinis and Renaults, but I don't remember the Honda, so that's it. I just don't pay attention during qualifying or the race. I just see cars going wheel to wheel. Say what I see, really. But I think there's something that we see a bit too often, and it's this man with that suit and helmet on the top step of the podium. Let's see what drivers can do tonight. I remember going down the inside of Dutchy last season. It was such a beautiful thing for him to get me back immediately down at turn 4, mainly due to the lack of straight line speed in the Subaru.
Yeah. And down braking way too early at turn 6. Alright. Okay, I want to do a lap. When are we going?
Whenever Dutchy's got the grid ready. He could just do reverse on results based grid on based on never mind. So we're going to get sub action. Two Saints going out on track to do some extra practice.
And me too.
Just don't start the race. Well, if you do start the race, just don't take anyone out. KFC, Cola Racing, Honda, other drink and fast food restaurants are available.
He's having a wait.
Okay. Oh, no, oh dear. Well, to those who are watching at home, we all know what Dutchy's now doing. Okay, so Cryptic's one for the Lewis Hamilton approach. Down at turn 6.
Oh no!
But while Dutchy is taking a break, hopefully he comes back as soon as possible. We can get the grid set. Thank you to everyone who's currently watching. I hope you're enjoying this race. Dutchy has set it based on previous results.
Okay, I think he's back.
I think he is back. Now everyone's got to re-enter the race. What's he... Okay, hopefully this works. I think it should work, because we've done a test before this... before the stream. We've done a test and it did work. Changing the settings to grid based on previous race results. Yes, Dan, when Aston and Dan ready up. Doesn't look like Finn's going to be joining back. Oh, Tiger's is able to do it for me. Hello Wolfie in the chat. Hope you're having a good evening on this fine Friday evening. Or morning, wherever you other viewers are in the world.
I'm not going to enjoy the car.
Alright, I think we're all ready. Aston's finished. Okay, so everyone decides to relieve themselves after a 20-minute race.
Wait, what?
Where's... Oh yeah, starting soon.
Where's Finn?
Doesn't look like Finn's joining back.
Should we wait for Finn? Should we message him?
I'm going to quickly message him on... actually, I can message he's not here, can I? I can't message Manuel, his teammate. I'll quickly see if Finn's going to join back. In the meantime, though, why can't I find him on Discord? That's weird.
I messaged him.
Right.
For a reply.
See if Finn joins back. And then we should get these 25 laps of Interlagos underway. Quick reminder, if anyone missed the sprint race, here is your starting grid. Dutchy on pole position and Tim will join him on the front row. But yeah, the new sprint race format that we're bringing in for this season. We've got it around 3 tracks, one at Fuji, one at Interlagos, and the other one at a track that I can remember. And it's an interesting one, this one, because it's in Group 3. It's one of my... I do enjoy that. It's Spa. Spa is the group race. There's the sprint race for Group 3. That should be interesting, actually. Especially in GT cars, there are more overtaking opportunities than in F1 cars. So it should be fun. Turn 1, the bus stop, down the Camel Straits. But,
I want to do a lap in the Sirocco.
I mean, hopefully we're going to be starting soon. So it doesn't look like Finn's joining back. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to pretend nothing's happening, and that we're ready to get this race underway. I think we are ready. Doesn't look like Finn's joining back, otherwise I think he would have said something. I'm just going to quickly check to see if he's online. You should be able to still see the stream. Doesn't look like he's online at the minute.
I think we should stop.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Finn's joining back. Rick Holt's saying he's got a problem. I don't know if that's no problem or no comma problem. So, I don't know. Okay, we'll start then.
Alright, let's start.
So, good luck everyone, if you're watching. Let's say, let's start the final weight. Where is it? Good luck.
Wait, Finn's online!
You're joking.
He is online! He just came online. I just saw a notification. FGR Finn is now online.
Well, it looks like we're going.
No, Finn's online. Should we start? I mean, it's pretty unfair. He just
can you message Finn to see if Finn can join back?
Yeah.
But in the meantime, it looks like we're going to get the 5 red lights underway. Whether the race is going to get underway, we'll have to wait and see. The revs the building. The lights are counting down. As the lights out and away we go for the feature race. Whether this is going to be the official start or not, we'll have to wait and see. Tim, though, gets off to a good start. Dutchy defends the inside line, but not enough. Tim's going to try and force his way to the inside. Not quite close enough, though, to pull off a move. Dan Schneider working something around the outside of Holland Campion is going to be the inside line for turn 2. Webson's on the inside line as well. Bonnie in 8th place are going to try and get past the Ferrari around the outside. Moving back up top for the leader of the race. Here goes Tim to the inside of Play Dutchy. Who's going to be later on the brakes? Dutchy so much later on the brakes. Bin gets a little bit of a tap from Tiger behind, who's now going to be under pressure from Toussaint. Dutchy, though, under significant pressure from the Finnish driver behind as they make their way up the hill through turn 5 and towards turn 6. They're 3 wide behind with Dan Schneider and Wiggly Style. Dutchy, though, maintains the lead of this race, but for how much longer? Tim tucking up so closely behind the race leader, the championship leader as well. Holland now to the inside, defending from Bonnie Hall, the battle for 7th place at this stage of the race. Bonnie's gone off the track. That could be a time penalty despite losing time in the process. We'll have to wait and see. Tim setting himself up for a move going in towards the final few corners. What can he do try and stop Dutchy's dominant championship lead here. As they make their way through the final corner, all 13 cars have made it through cleanly. Here we go though, Tim is in the slipstream, he's within the 2/10 range, and he's gaining. If he's not saving fuel, then he's definitely going to be gaining on the Dutchman. It doesn't seem like he's gaining all that much though. Is he going to be close enough though to go for move in towards turn 1? He's going to send one to the inside in towards turn 1. It's going to be that side for turn 2. Not enough room for the inside. Turn 3.
Finn wants to join back.
What do we do here? We're only 2 laps in.
So it's better to restart because I'm not making any more progress on this. I don't know.
There's Piero though to the inside of Toussaint.
He's going to start the back anyways. Won't take long. He said he got kicked mid-race, and now the race aside, everything should work fine.
Okay, we're going to have to do a restart then.
Yeah.
Do you mind putting it in the chat?
Type in chat? Yeah, sure. So, I'm going to shout that.
Sorry about this, guys. But we're going to get a race restart here.
Down the inside goes Tim.
So there's been a big crash at turn 1. Hopefully we can get things restarted as soon as possible.
I'll see.
Just waiting for Tiger now.
What do you mean?
Apologies to everyone watching. Hopefully Finn can join back to the lobby. We can get things started once again. So a reminder, here is your starting grid for the feature race after the sprint race. Let's actually talk about the championship standings in the meantime, while Dutchy sets up the grid. So, of course, Dutchy leading the way though. I believe Tiger is in second place and Toussaint in third. If I can just get it up quickly, we can have a look at the points gap. So Dutchy's on 205. Tiger on 154, Toussaint on 126, 7 points behind is Tim in 4th, Finn in 5th, Piero in 6th, Bonnie in 7th, Dan in 8th, Manuel in 9th, Wiggly in 10th, Rickholt in 11th, Aston in 12th, Thunder in 13th, and Webson's in 14th place. But where there are battles, it is really closely contested. The battle between 12th and 14th, there's only 11 points. Wiggly and Rick Holt are tied on points. There's only 2 points between Dan Schneider and Manuel. Pierre and Bonnie are equal on points. Finn is only 19 points behind Tim, who's only 7 points behind Toussaint. Tiger's kind of in a bit of no man's land on 154 points. Dutchy, 205 points. Some margin clear out in top.
So they're going to make the grid again?
Hopefully.
Cool. We're ready to go.
Right, let's do this then.
They're spamming your name.
I'll put the starting soon thing in the chat. And then everyone can be ready to go. We can get the race underway once again.
Yeah, ready.
Apologies about the delay. But we can get this race started. I'm going to go into the spectator cam so we can see all the action happening from the start of this race. So we go then. If you didn't join us at the start and you're only just tuning in now, the grid has been determined from the sprint quali. 20-minute sprint race for this for the qualifying session. So Dutchy officially takes pole position around this 2.68 mile long circuit. 15 corners here for round number 8 at Interlagos, and you can see the drivers all lining up on the grid there based in the position they finished the sprint race in. Finn starting from the back after disconnecting earlier on. Holland replacing Thunder and the Scout Dan replacing Manuel. Here we go then. All the drivers on the grid revving their engines. You can see we have 5 red lights. The engines are roaring here for round number 8. And there's the lights out and away we go. Who got the best of starts out in front? Dutchy that moves over to the left-hand side. Can Tim challenging towards turn 1 like he did on the previous lap? Not quite, as that's Dan Schneider to the inside of Holland for 6th place. Tim taking a wide line to try and set himself up for a move down in towards turn 4. It's 3 wide between Dan, Bonnie and Holland Campion, who are going side by side in towards turn 3, going back up to the top of the pack. Dan and Holland still wheel to wheel. Can Tim make any moves onto Dutchy? So Tim hasn't had the best of starts compared to the previous start.
Oh, Scout down on the inside of Wiggly style. He kind of pushes him off, but he makes a fair move. Good move from Dan. It's going to get really crowded at the back now. Dan and Holland going side by side up the hill. Bonnie's going to try something around the outside of Holland. Can he make this one stick? Holland's going to try keep it in the inside. 2 Ferraris battling. It looks clean. It looks all right as Bonnie runs a little bit wide. Holland cuts a little bit of the corner on the inside. No action out in front for the meantime. Holland though up into 7th place. Just keeping an eye on the back. Can Wiggly try and work something on Finn? Not quite. Aston to the inside of Dan. They're going to go wheel to wheel through the hairpin. But I think we've had another successfully clean start here. Yeah. And same start I say, but here's Tim in Dutchy's slipstream, but even closest to Saint in Tim's slipstream. So Dutchy Saint look for a move, try and get ahead of Tim. See if he moves to turn 1. That's up. I think we want to work together. Dutchy maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Here goes Aston to the inside of the Scout Dan, the only one to try and make a move in towards turn 1 on this lap. Couldn't quite pull it off there. Dan's able to get the move back covered in his Ferrari 458, looking back up to the leaders. Is Tiger going to go for a move on his teammate? Not quite, just pulls over to the inside. Goes to look for something. Couldn't quite find what he was looking for though. not as a climactic start as the sprint race. Could be because all the quick, or the guys at the top of the championship were starting towards the back. But I think Tiger Toussaint might try and use Tim to try and gain on Dutchy, who's already, though, got an 8th-10th lead.
Yeah.
That leads now up into a second advantage. Could this be another Dutchy-dominated win? We'll have to wait and see. There's a little bit of contact between Bonnie and Holland down at the hairpin of turn 11. And Bonnie try and maybe make a move on Holland's replacement driver for this week. Not close enough though. Going in towards turn 13.
Just square up here and there on the braking. No significant damage.
As Finn's actually running quite closely to the back of Rick Holt. Really close, but it's just under a 10th. But you can see how much that's McGann struggles in a straight line. Here we go then, the battle for second place. Toussaint trying to work his way around the outside of Attengren now. In towards turn 1, starting lap 3 of 25. Tim, though, has the inside line covered. Bonnie going to try a switchback move onto Holland. So he goes a little bit deep in towards turn 1. That's going to compromise his line in towards turn 2 and 3. Can Bonnie try and do something around the outside? Here goes Webson's, though, to the inside. Kind of try and box Bonnie in here. They could go 3 wide down the straight here. Webson's is blocking Bonnie from getting a move done on Holland. As Webson's now might try and go for a move on Holland in towards turn 4. Can he get 2 cars in 2 corners? He's certainly going to go for it to the inside and towards 4 and 5. Has he got the traction? Has he got the straight line speed going up the hill?
There they go, wheels to wheel.
There's not enough room for Bonnie to get involved in this as well, as they're going to go side by side. Webson's on the outside, dips a wheel into the grass, and he's gone off into the dunes. You can't even see the car there in this camera angle. But that is Webson's now down to the back of the grid. Hugely unfortunate for him. As Piero and Dan Schneider now going side by side through turn 9 into 10.
Managed to keep it on track though. And keeps on the inside. Finn making it all the way to 9th place from 14th, I think. Yeah, good comeback from him. I think he's finding place in that Renault.
Piero couldn't quite get the move down on Dan Schneider there, down at turn 9, sorry. Finn, like you say, up into 9th place from the back of the grid, slightly aided by Webson's earlier mistake. But Tim's actually caught up to the back of Dutchy now, and he's dropped Toussaint and Tiger. So it looked like these two were going to try and get past him, because I think they thought he might have been too slow in the early phases of this race. But Tim's actually caught up.
Yeah, Holland and Bonnie now going wheel to wheel. Behind them is Rickholt and Finn going wheel to wheel. You see he makes a move. Holland tries to go for a switchback and he still manages to go in front of Bonnie. That's insane. What a move.
Beautiful switchback from Holland there. Bonnie just a little bit too late on the brakes in towards turn 1. That could leave him vulnerable to Rickholt behind, who's going to get a better run down in towards turn 4. Looking out in front though, I think there is Dan Schneider defending from Piero. Going back down to this battle, they're going to go single file in towards turn 4. No one close enough, sorry, hiccups, to go for a move. Finn though, that Renault Megane, it's got good acceleration, so you'd expect it to be good in this middle sector. In the first and third though, it's definitely going to struggle. Is he going to send one to the inside of Rick Holt? There's a little bit of contact, the door is open, and he definitely sent it, but couldn't quite make the move done.
Yeah, the Scampy went for it and didn't quite work out, but it's a sensible move.
Meanwhile, Bonnie's still behind Holland, looking towards the back of grid. Gap starting to open up just slightly. Tim running a little bit wide through the final corner. That's lost his momentum on Dutchy. They pulled out a 1 second gap though to Tiger and Toussaint, running in 3rd and 4th place. Dan Schneider only 4.5 tenths ahead of Piero. Holland though only 3 tenths ahead of Bonivel. This could be a close battle as they make their way in towards turn 1. You can see Bonnie gaining and gaining in the slipstream. Holland defend the inside line? He's going to keep to the right hand side of the track. That's going to allow Bonnie to go to the inside. Is he going to make this one stick this time? Holland's going to try another switchback. Bonnie was just late enough on the brakes to park the car on the apex, not allow Holland to get the switchback. But Holland's going to get a good run here through the centre S's as they make their way through turn 3. The long run in towards turn 4. Bonnie defends the inside line. Holland's going to pull over to the left-hand side of the screen, the right-hand side of the track, to the outside. Finn's going to try something on the inside of Rick Holt as well. But Bonnie's able to make his way up into 7th place.
Yeah, and it's harder looking on Rick Holt again. These guys are having a really good battle here. And Bonnie and so does Solid actually. Really loosey-goosey on the entry to that corner. I think that Ferrari is quite oversteering in the corner entry. Something which I prefer, but it's a nice car to drive.
Yeah, I guess my driving style in this game is a little bit weird as Rick Holt gets his way up into 9th place. But I like the Mercedes, but I'm not a huge fan of understeer, but I can cope with it, if that makes sense. I don't like oversteer. I like a good front end, but I don't like oversteer.
Balanced.
I like a nice rear end as well. Yeah, you could say balanced.
I like a nice everything. Just give me a good car.
Well, I think the Mercedes is my go-to Group 3 car.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of variety in Group 3, which we'll get onto in exactly 4 weeks' time. 2 races left in Group 4, plus the break week in between. Finn, though, going to try and make a break on Rick Holt for 9th place.
In the slipstream now, we see, does he have that power to make a move?
You can just see he pulls. Oh, he's late on the brakes. Can he make this one stick? Rick Holt with a switchback move. Can he pull this one off? Been to the inside of turn 2. Gets the move done up into 9th place, and a really good move from Finn.
Fast Ferrari's in his slip, and he's even gaining without even touching anything in the slipstream that much. He's even pulling alongside him, is what Finn could have managed to do, but Finn will try and brake as late as he can because that's the only thing he can do to try and keep that position. He just
gets it done, maintains 9th position in this race. Dan Schneider defending from Piero.
It's really close between Tim and Dutch. I think Dutch went a bit wide. Tim going to go look on the inside.
Oh, it just makes it look like they're going to crash. Somehow they didn't there. The Dutch driver and the Finnish driver, 1st and 2nd on track, 1st and 4th in the championship. What can Tim do to try and close down Dutch's lead out in front? The gap is 3/10 on track. And are these two fighting, it's going to allow Tiger and Toussaint to gain, which I think is exactly what they want to happen. But they're saying to Tim, get the move done, don't let him get away.
Really Tim really finding the pace now against Dutch, and Dutch is just maybe just managing more. Not sure. His tyres look fractionally better. Back in the slipstream though.
Yeah, he is gaining, which indicates that they are both either the same engine mode or Tim's in a higher engine mode. He's not close enough though to go for a move in towards turn 1. I thought Tiger was going to send one on his teammate. I think team orders had something to say about that, but no team orders down at for Rick Holt and Finn, mainly because they're not teammates. Rick Holt to the inside of Finn is going to try and get the switchback move, a signature move that we've been seeing all race so far in the first 7 laps of the feature race, but Rick Holt gets the move done momentarily. What can Finn do now? Down the straight. As you can see, he's gaining, but he's not gaining enough. Is he going to try and be late on the brakes into turn 4? The door is open. He's definitely going to send it. Rick Holt leaves in the room on the left-hand side. They're now going to go wheel-to-wheel, through turn 5, up the hill in the run-up towards turn 6. The Ferrari's going to have the straight-line speed, but the McGowan's going to have the cornering here. Rick Holt, though, is just able to get a bumper in front. Can Finn put the power down? Is there enough room on the curb? He's going to send it to the inside. Beautiful racing from these two here. Finn to the outside now of the Scarlet Red Ferrari. Who's going to come out on top in this battle? There's a little bit of contact. Both drivers able to maintain on the track, and I think that could be that battle over. I think there might have been contact between Piero and Dan Schneider. I'm just going to get a quick replay up on stream to see what happens, because Piero's dropped down the grid a bit here.
Yes,
and he's gone wide at turn 10.
Oh, Piero's got
and he hit the barrier.
Damage.
Yeah, he hit the barrier down on the exit of turn 10. That's what happened to Piero. Finn, though, is going to try and go wheel-to-wheel with Rick Holt through the turn 14, but doesn't have the straight-line speed to pull it off. Toussaint, though, has closed down to 5 tenths on Tim.
So these top 4, just 1.5 seconds within each other.
Piero decides to stay out with the damage. Finn looking for a move on Rick Holt once again in towards turn 1. Doesn't have the straight line speed to make anything of it. But he's got a good run though through the center S's.
Yeah.
What can you say about this? Going to ride on board with Rick Holt from the rear wing can. Are we going to get a late send from Finn? We are going to get a late send from Finn to the inside of turn 4. The door is left once open once again. but doesn't have the acceleration to get the job done.
Yeah,
meanwhile, look at
top 4, so close still. Tim picks up the 9-10 penalty. I think I was a bit late on that. Did you say that already?
No. Don't know when he got that penalty. That could be for turn 1, possibly the most likely place to get a penalty around this track. The first few corners, the exit of turn 4 as well. Run wide off the curb, and you'll be gifted a 1 second or a 5/10th penalty. However, Dutchy is now extending his gap out in front. That could leave Tim vulnerable to Toussaint behind.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Finn's got the move done back up into 9th place on Rick Holt. Now Piero, with the damage, is going to be vulnerable to Finn behind. But we could get a 3 wide moment going into turn 1 with the Renault lacking straight line speed. Also though in the slipstream of the Ferrari. Here we go though. Tim and Toussaint battling in towards turn 1. Can Tim hold it round the outside? He's just able to get that move done. Looking down, Pierre is actually into the pit with his damage. So there goes the potential 3 wide moment. But that battle cost them so much time to play Dutchy. I think these guys are putting the foot down though. Here goes Toussaint to the inside. He pulls up alongside of Tim. Down the inside and towards turn 4. Can he get the move done? Tiger's going to try and follow him through. Not quite. Tim has to concede the position into 3rd place. And now
he can. I think he does have more pace than Tim, maybe, but he'll try and catch up now. Tim, now Tiger trying to look to move past his teammate. No, move past Tim to be behind his teammate. And now Dutchy a 1.8 second lead now.
Yeah, so they lost 1 second. In doing so, Piero comes out of the pit lane with a full tank of fuel onto the soft compound tyres. He might be going to the end. I don't know if the full fuel can go to the end. It might be able to. The soft should. Whether the fuel, who knows?
These runs will be probably stay out to lap 18, 17.
Possibly. Or, because the tyre wear is not that bad on the soft compound tyres, they might pit slightly earlier, maybe lap 14, do the remaining 11 laps on softs. But Tim's going to be under pressure here from Tiger Assassin going in towards turn 1. The gap is closing ever so slightly. Tiger's going to send one to the inside. He's not close enough to go for anything just yet. Breaking down the rest of the field between Rick Holt and Finn. Is Finn going to send one on Rick Holt once again towards turn 1? He's not close enough to go for anything just yet. Already, we're almost halfway through this race.
Yeah, and these 3 still really close to each other, and the gap for the break, or the battle for P5 has spaced out a lot.
Quite a bit. You got to finish your sentence there, as your mic might have cut out or something. But yeah, the gap out in front is definitely extended to 1.8 seconds. It's kind of maintained that since Toussaint got past Tim. But obviously, the Tiger and Tim aren't on the same team, so Tiger might try and get past his Finnish rival, but it's not going to be easy for him. Finn and Rick Holt now battling for 8th place, like they've been doing since pretty much the beginning of this feature race. The Renault Megane versus the Ferrari 458.
Yeah.
So far, the Ferrari's out on top.
Yeah, definitely, and not much happening. Oh, and Dan Snyder goes really wide, really wide. He's on the cross, he's going to make contact with the barrier. Yeah, he does. As soon as I say nothing's really happening, I'm so sure to him. And that's cost him, and it even cost him a 2nd penalty. That's pretty bad. 2nd penalty for losing time. Gonna let Bonnie go past. He's lost like 3 seconds of that. He's weaving in anger.
I think he's a bit frustrated after that mistake. Concedes the position, but the gap out in front is extended to 2.1 seconds. Finn gets the move down the inside of Rick Holt, up into 8th place for him. But I don't think this battle is going to be over, because on board with the Ferrari, he's 5/10 on the exit of turn 3. You can just see that time is going down and down and down, but I don't think he's close enough to go for anything in towards turn 4.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dutchy might have made a mistake here. That gap's now down to 1.6, 1.7.
Tiger's picked up a second penalty. Tiger has picked up a second penalty.
That could be quite costly. It's quite tricky to serve a penalty around this track.
We saw in sprint race previously, when he had to, even when you're off the grass, he's 2/10 of it.
Yeah, I think with the penultimate corner here and probably turn 1, the two main corners where you can serve some of the penalty.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Dutchy, I think it's gone back to usual. Gap now 2 seconds out in front. We're about to start lap 12 out of 25, almost at the halfway phase of this feature race where all the points are available. I'm going to go back down to Rick Holt, who's 6 tenths behind Finn. He's not going to be close enough for a move in towards turn 1. Dan Schneider trying to gain back on the back of Bonnier after that earlier mistake. Webson's gaining on the back of Dan as well. The gap between them 7 tenths of a second after Webson's went off down at turn 6, sorry.
Dutchy now a 2.0 second lead. Well, 2.1. Yeah, 2 second lead for Dutchy now. He's extending crazy out here.
I don't know what's changed. I don't know what's changed between this and last season, but it was definitely closer last season.
I think TC won last season.
Not the championship.
No, the Group 4 race, Bristol.
Yes, he might have done.
Dutchy was leading most of it, and then
he came together with him.
Yeah. No, I think they just TC just clicked and he just went on to Dutchy. It's not Dutchy's favourite track, but he's still doing well.
Yeah, I mean, last season we had a different winner each race in Group 2. This season, Dutchy won 4 out of 5 of the Group 2 races. Toussaint and Dutchy, Tiger as well, come into the pits. So this is what I was saying earlier.
All 3 of them.
The mediums are not worn, but the soft tyres are definitely going to be quicker for the remaining 14 laps.
That's interesting. Really.
It's like what we were saying at the start of the season. Why do unnecessary laps on mediums when a set of soft tyres, which are going to be quicker, could go to the end? This is why Dutchy catches up when he gets damage on lap 1, because he pits for the softs, and then he's on the softs whilst everyone's on the mediums.
Yeah, no. So Tim's in free air to push, and we'll see how much time he can gain back. Let's see, Piera's lap times. He just put the fastest lap in, 38. No, it's 38.
Well, this is close between Toussaint and Tiger.
High 39, so yeah, softs are really good.
Toussaint and Tiger coming out on track identically to each other. I don't know if this is a glitch, but it says Toussaint's got a P next to every lap but 9.
Let me just check.
That could just be my screen, but that means he's either got a penalty or he's come into the pit. So I don't know what's been going on there. That's probably a glitch. Everyone's got a P next to their name, so it could be a glitch. Well, I know Bonnie had a time penalty. I know Tim had a time penalty. Tim...
Rico and Piero. No, sorry, Wiggly, Aston, wheel. I can't even speak. Wiggly and Aston were going wheel to wheel straight out the pit lane. Both of them on fresh softs, and they're going to go wheel to wheel down into turn 6 now.
Aston gets the jump up into 12th place. Tim comes into the pits from the medium compound tyres. I think Bonnie's going to follow them all. Stays out, interestingly. What does Holland do? Holland comes into the pits. Finn pits as well. Don't know why Bonnie's staying out here unless he thinks he's got pace on the medium compound tyres. We'll have to wait and see. Dutchy though, what was the gap? 2 seconds? It's a massive pit lane here in Interlagos. Having said that though, Tim's already into the box.
Where is Dutchy? Coming across the final corner now.
Tim's just putting in a little bit of extra fuel to go to the end. Dutchy though is going down the start finish straight. This could This could be close, actually. Closer than I anticipated. Tim's coming out of the pit lane. He's going through turn 2. Webster's is going by on the right-hand side. Where's Tim? This is going to be close. This is going to be so close. Tim... Oh, actually, what? Tim is a lot closer to Dutchy, though. He has jumped Tim and has jumped to... Actually, he can't jump himself. He's jumped Toussaint by 1.8 seconds. A masterful strategy from him. He's gained a second on Dutchy.
His pit in lap was a 1:38.9. So he's gained at least a good 5-6 tenths. I don't know. This is pit in time, so I can't really calculate.
Now we know everyone.
First, Bonnie and Webster. So Bonnie is going to look to extend his mediums, and Webster also looking to extend his worn-out softs.
Yeah, he's been on those soft tyres since the start of the race. What can Tim though do on those fresher, soft, compound tyres? Can he bring the fight to Dutchy? Can he take home his first win of the season?
Hopefully this change in championship make it a bit more spicy.
Bonnie's into the pits. Webson's going to follow him in. I think Webson's might stay out for a few laps. He started on those soft tyres, so he doesn't have to have into the pits. Oh, he does come to the pits though. So that is everyone, I think, has made their scheduled pit stop.
Yeah, I think Piero has been on his tyres for a while now.
Holland's gaining on the back of Piero down the start-finish straight. I don't think he's close enough to go for a move into turn 1. The gap is 0.3 of a second, starting lap 15 out of 25. You've only got 11 laps to go if you include the final lap. Two drivers who are running closely together, Wiggly and Aston, now promoted up into 10th place due to Bonnie and Webster in the pits.
Tiger's pitting lap at 2:15.8. Tim's pitting lap at 2:33.
Wow.
Somehow got two and a half, I don't know, two something seconds. Whatever it was big.
And Tim's been able to open up that gap to 2 seconds now. He's closed in a few tenths to Dutchy now. The gap is 8 tenths of a second. I'm just looking back down at Aston and Wiggly for 11th place. Aston's able to keep his Ferrari ahead of the Honda NSX. Let's have a look and see if there are any other battles. I think Piero and Holland as well, the two Ferraris battling away for 7th place. Holland trying to get Thunder some good points for the Drivers and Constructors Championships. Toussaint and Tiger working together to try and close back up to Tim and Dutchy, who are pulling away, I think it's fair to say, at this stage of the race.
Yeah. The battle here for 5th place. Bonnie looking to close on. Dan got more pace out of them too, I think.
Could have a change of positions for 7th place here. Holland tucked up right behind Piero's Ferrari, who defends the inside line. Holland now on the right hand side of the track. Will be the outside line for turn 1. Can he be later on the brakes, or is he going to try his signature switchback move, which he's been pulling off all race? He's not quite close enough to make that effective, but he's going to try and get a good run through turn 3 in the long run into what's turn 4. Someone's gone off at turn 1. It's Rick Holt who's in the wall. I'm going to try and get a quick replay of that before cutting back, and you can see got it just in time to see him drifting off in towards the barrier.
He's got rear bumper damage and rear right tyre damage.
Huge unfortunate for
I think he may have
Rick
kept the
Holt.
grass at turn 1 maybe.
I think that's the most likely scenario. We've seen many drivers do it last season. It looks like it's a trend that's going to continue this season. Tim is almost within the slipstream range of Dutchy. I think he might be in the slipstream range of Dutchy. 7/10 of a second. It's definitely going to be close. Piero, though, closely ahead of Holland. The replacement driver, despite having limited practice, is actually putting on a decent show here tonight.
Doing well.
Mm-hmm. Shock. Joking.
Yeah. But driving from F1 to GT Sport is such a big change, like steering inputs and throttle inputs. It takes so long to adapt, so he's done that well.
Yeah, I think it's harder to go from F1 to GT Sport than GT Sport to F1.
Only if he did well in Pro Series.
Well, I mean, he's currently, 4th place in the champ. I think he's equal on points with Thunder in the in the championship.
We just need to work together to go on the fast takeover.
Yeah, you just need to work on not taking out other cars. I'm joking, but here we go. Going down the inside. Can he make this one stick? Piero late on the brakes. He's going to try and hold this one round the outside, but Holland's going to keep it there alongside. They're going to go wheel to wheel. There's a little bit of contact. Shock. As they're going to go wheel to wheel to turn 3. Holland on the inside. Oh, Pierre is going to try and hold it round the outside. They're going to go side by side to make their way down towards turn 4. Holland taps into the slipstream behind, pulls back over to the inside of the Frenchman. Can he be later on the brakes? Tucks back in, maintains 8th place, but they're now going to be under pressure from Finn behind.
Finn gaining some from this battle out here, and he's doing well in the Renault. I think he disconnected, try and fix his Renault quickly, and then join back in.
Here goes Holland to the inside and towards turn 7. Can Piero hold this round the outside? It's can cut to the inside for turn 9 into 10. Finn's going to try and get involved in this battle as well, as Piero left vulnerable on the inside. Finn's going to try and send it on Holland as well to the inside. Forces Holland a little bit wide, but he's able to keep it on the track. Now Piero's going to try and go for a move around the outside into Jinsao, I think it's called, as well, out of all of that, Finn has been the massive gainer from 9th to 7th, has run a little bit wide onto the grass, and with that Renault again lacking straight line speed, that's definitely not going to help his causes as we ride on board with Holland, who pulls over to the right hand side, which will be the outside line for turn 1. There's a little bit of contact between Holland's front left and Finn's rear right, but they're going to go side by side. Pierre's going to make it 3 wide to the inside. This kind of gives you vibes of
you're going to break the latest. I can't see anything. There we go. Holland's gets squeezed in the middle.
Piero to the inside, couldn't quite put it off. How they came to turn 1 cleanly.
This is a really good battle. Finn's lack of engine power, just like the 2018 Renault engine, doing so well.
Vettel, Massa and Alonso vibes here from 2012 or 2010. The spin goes down the inside of Holland. Can he hold it around the outside? Not sure he can. He's gone off the track. That's going to be a 5/10 penalty, unfortunate for Holland. Piero, though, is going to capitalise to the inside of turn 5, outside of turn 6. Just waiting for Piero. Holland actually got off a bit lucky there, didn't get the penalty, almost drifting through turn 6. You can hear the tyres screaming as Piero is just going to tuck into 9th place for now, but Finn able to defend 7th place.
Yeah, and we're going to see some more action here in the final corner, I'm guessing, because it's lack of engine power is just what Finn doesn't want. But he has to be as late as possible on the brakes to keep these positions.
Yeah, definitely. He's got to make up all of his time in this middle sector. Having said that, he's actually pulled out a gap to Holland, 1.3 seconds. So he might just have had enough pace to pull out a suitable advantage as Rick Carter is disconnected from the session, and unfortunately no points will be scored in this race. 2 seconds losing time to Finn, to Tim, sorry. Now 2.6 seconds is the gap out in front with 6 laps to go. Are we going to see any battling between these two? No, really not. I can see everyone at home just...
Has Dan left?
Rick Holt disconnected.
I expecting. I think Dan's jumped out of the race. I'm expecting.
Oh yeah, Dan is also.
Yeah. So
unfortunately, Manuel's not going to be scoring any points either as Dan's replacement. Sorry, as Dan replacing Manuel. Meanwhile, Tim is keeping that gap to about a second out in front. Yeah. But it's not quite close enough to having. Dan's actually closed onto the back of Bon Evil here.
Manage his ties, keep it for the end. I'm sure Dutchie would be doing the same thing. Oh, bear in mind these two do have a 3 and a 5/10 penalty, so hopefully they close on within each other, serving those, give us a bit of action.
Yeah, hopefully we might see some action for the final podium spot here between Toussaint and Tiger, 2 Ferrari drivers. If in this Group 4 class of cars, Dan Schneider gaining on the back of Bon Evil as well for 5th place. So we're going to see a move in towards turn 1. No, we're
not. How is it not tempting to overtake? Just riding on board with Tiger.
I know I would. No team orders down at my team.
off to 21.
It's just ignored China in the Premier Series. There's no team orders there.
And Austria Premier Series in the wet.
Nothing. And then you made a mistake and I overtook you again.
Oh, yeah. Well,
anyway.
Still got pole position in Premier Singapore.
Yeah, I have more I do. I know we got the same amount of championships actually. We didn't win it in season 2.
Yeah.
But the gap out in front is opened up to 1.5 seconds between Dutchy and Tim, 2.6 behind between Tim and Toussaint. But when will Tiger realise that at this rate they're not gaining on Tim? And of course, in this fight, Tiger's closer to Dutchy than Toussaint is. So who knows?
Maybe they're just waiting for Dutchy and Tim to serve their penalty. It's just a couple of tenths, but everything's at stake here.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it in... What track? It can't have been Suzuka. It wasn't Fuji. I think it was Lago Maggiore. Yeah, it was Lago Maggiore when they realised, look, we're not catching Dutchy. Let's battle. And that's what they might have to do here, because at this rate they're not gaining. Tiger, for his championship, he needs to outscore Toussaint here, because Dutchy's just going to get a bigger advantage out in top, and obviously each driver's going to have their minor selfish desires to score more points than their teammates. Who knows? They might crash.
Weber.
Suzuka.
Monza.
This is why we are the best commentary duo.
Brazil.
Gavra, Brazil. Oh, yes, sorry, Will. Foreshadowing future events. Tim's gone a little bit wide at turn 4. That's going to cost him time and could potentially give him another 5/10 penalty. We'll have to wait and see. He's got away with it. He's got away with one there.
Things got away with it, yeah.
He's running a little bit wide again down at turn 6. He's really trying to push these track limits to gain them onto the back of Play Dutchy. And I thought that was Dan and Body going side by side. But it wasn't. I think it's time. I think we've reached a bit of a lull here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's lap 21. We should say it.
Yep. A lull has been reached.
A very severe one.
Yep. Quite. I mean, in the Premier Series, no, the freshmen, when Toussaint and I were doing commentary, Toussaint said it, and there was a crash immediately. We've reached a bit of a lull. Safety car deployed. Someone crashed at turn 5.
Oh, someone's spun!
Oh, someone's off!
On the track!
Has it been reset? The track they left it. Oh, I opened up the track. Someone went off. Was it Aston?
I'm not sure.
No, it can't have been
I'm
Aston.
just looking at the lap times now and see he does the slowest step of the top 7.
Someone went off down at turn 12. But I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Dan Snyder. No, it can't have been. I don't know. It could have been actually. He was doing so well. It could have been lag though. It could have been lag because obviously when you lag, you crash. You crash on everyone's screen. That's on your screen. Everyone else.
That was pretty instant.
That was pretty instant. Dutchy has had a phenomenal race.
Yeah,
world
it's a really
class.
good race. From lap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22. Had the leads.
I sure do hope nothing bad happens to him in the final 4 laps of this race.
I bet he can't wait to go on the top step of the podium.
Yeah, I mean, we've reached the L word, but it's hit the wrong person. Tim's picked up another penalty. 1.3 seconds now. And at that rate, Tim's not going to finish in the top. He's not even going to finish on the podium at this rate.
Yeah. And, wait, did Tiger and Toussaint switch positions? Oh, no, they haven't.
No, they're being a bit boring.
Still ahead of Tiger. For the majority of this race.
So Dutchy then starts lap 23 of 25.
Does Bonnie want to finish on the podium?
The gap's 12 seconds. I thought Tiger was going to go for it into turn 1, but Mercedes team orders coming into play. Valtteri Bottas is going to sit behind his teammates. Let's just have a look further down the grid for any other battles. I don't think we do have anyone closer than Tiger and Toussaint, who still think they can get a third place, and now they brought the gap down to 1.3. Where's Tim going to serve this penalty?
3-second penalty. Wow.
I think he's been pushing too much here.
Yeah.
He's not close to gaps of Dutchy. He's made a mistake somewhere. But he
his tyres are more worn than Dutchy, less worn, or more worn as well than Tiger and Toussaint. Just by a fraction.
So we're almost...
Dutchy picks up a 2/10 penalty, but I don't think that will affect him unless it does.
I don't think it's going to affect him unless it does. Good job. Those are the only two outcomes that could occur from that penalty. Meanwhile, Tiger could get the move done on Toussaint, or he might not, in towards turn 1. As he's 3/10 behind, but I think we can probably guess what's going to occur here as they make their way down the start-finish straight. Beautiful sunset on the right-hand side. He's in the slipstream, tucking in behind.
Oh! I know what's going to happen. So, remember in Fuji, where James was behind Bonnie for most of the race trying to catch Dutchy?
Yeah.
And they said they would work together, try and catch Dutchy.
Yeah.
But then on the very final lap, Tiger just hit it.
I think that probably might happen.
We wait until the final lap, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be close if Tim finishes on the podium here, because Toussaint is now in the slip, almost in the slip.
Oh wait, Tim's got the fuel light on.
He should have enough fuel.
Yeah, it's just, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's... Ooh, actually, that should be a lap. That should be an extra lap and a bit.
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see if anyone else is in danger. I don't think they are.
Tim feeling the least here.
Yeah, Tim, he's got a penalty to serve, but where's he going to serve it? He's got to serve 1.2 seconds with a gap of 1 second behind.
Maybe lift on the straight now,
he's gonna have
get
to
back
do
in
it.
slipstream.
He's going to have to do it on the final lap in the run-up to the line. That's probably his only choice, to on the final lap, just as he's about to cross the line, a few metres before break, and try and serve that penalty and hope Toussaint and Tiger don't get past. But I don't think he's going to finish on the podium here.
Yeah.
I'm having my doubts as Play Dutchy will start the final lap of the race to start lap 25 out of 25. Tim, Toussaint and Tiger are going to all follow on in pursuit, and the two red and green cars are going to be hunting down the grey and orange car for second place, all for the podium. Tim with a 1.1 second penalty on this final lap. This is probably the most energy it's been since lap 1, unfortunately. Normally Interlagos provides
penalty not served will be
good racing.
Got into 2?
2 seconds yet.
Okay.
So he's going to have to brake early for a few of these corners. He's not able to serve any in towards turn 4.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wait and see what he can do into maybe turn 7. Maybe lift off through turn 6. It's going to be close. Turn 10 might be another opportunity.
Only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 corners left on a straight to serve this 1.1 second penalty, a hefty penalty. That's another corner gone, and another corner gone.
It's going to be tough. I think turn 10 in the final corner might be his best chance. He's broke early. He's been able to serve a few tenths. He's not going to do it. He surely can't do this. Tim and Tiger are going to... Toussaint and Tiger are probably going to finish on the podium at this rate. What about the final corner? Can he serve anything here?
Goes a bit wide.
No, he can't. He's gone wide. Meanwhile, he's led pretty much every single lap from lap 1. He's going to come round turn 15, and it's going to be another win in the books for Dutch. He's even been able to serve his time penalty, and he wins here at Interlagos and picks up another race win. But coming up to the line, it's going to be Tiger, Toussaint and Tim. Who's going to get it? Toussaint, Tim serving his penalty. That's going to knock him off the podium. Toussaint and Tiger going to promote themselves in towards second and third place for those two.
Good race.
Bonnie coming across the line in 5th place. Finn in 6th after a good recovery drive from the back of the grid. A car that's certainly uncompetitive compared to the rest for this specific track. Holland finishes in 7th. Piero will finish in 8th. And it looks like Willie Star will finish in 9th if we can keep Aston back behind from a 7th, 10th gap. Which I think he should do comfortably.
Yeah,
but,
good race. Good thing to learn. BC are staying the same. Dudley has won. And the Lobster works.
I think we're going to have to do something about this Dutchy domination as Websons comes across the line to finish this race in 11th place. There's your finishing grid. Dutchy followed by Toussaint and Tiger rounding out your top 3. But once again, I've said this for the past six races to make it seven times this season. It's a familiar suit and a familiar car followed by a familiar name on the top step of the podium. There's your finishing grid. Dutchy followed by Toussaint and Tiger are your top 3. Tim missing out due to a penalty at the end. Bonnie in 5th, Finn in 6th, Holland in 7th, Pierre in 8th, Wiggly in 9th, Aston in 10th, Webson's in 11th, Stan in 12th, Finn, no it wasn't Finn, who else left? Rick Hull and Dan Schneider also unfortunately disconnected from this race. Any comments about that one?
That penalty kind of killed the racing.
I mean, we said the L word and then Tim got a penalty, so I guess Toussaint's going to be the one to blame for that. He is the inventor of the word, because we cannot take responsibility, because it's just as racing drivers we have to put the blame on someone else. It's what we do.
Yeah.
But and that's going to bring an end to the sprint and feature race here at Brazil for round 8 of the Division 1's GT Sport League. Next week is we're back to normal for the Nürburgring G. Yes, and I might not be here. I'm moving out over the half-term break. Whether I'll be back in time for the race, I don't know. But if I do, my internet could be poo. So we'll have to wait and see.
Isn't it already is?
So
maybe it could be better.
We'll have to see if I can do that one. Might get someone to cover. But anyway, Nürburgring GP next week. If I can't commentate, if I can or can't, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. That track provides such good overtaking. And I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Such a plum.